Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Sexual power. Sexual power. Now, look, let's be real. Any man worth his very being wants power. You know, every man, ultimately, every human being wants power, but men especially. Like my last major podcast on Saturday, I talked about men creating order in their life, right? You create order through power, and there's myriad types of power. You know, there's raw physical power, of course. Raw physical power where you could toss somebody around. There's raw physical power, you know, and then there's monetary power, financial power. You know, and that gives you some movement. You know, you might have through sheer force of personality, you might have the ability to influence people. That's power. And, you know, and I'm going to be just honest with you. That's always been my thing throughout life. I think I've had one woman who read that in me. And it's like, you're about power. I was like, oh, yeah, you got it. You figured it out. But so many people go through life powerless. They haven't figured it, you know, they don't have an idea. And in fact, you have too many people with a victim mentality. But that's a whole other conversation. I want to talk about sexual power. Sexual power. Anybody who really pays attention to my work, it's all about developing your sexual power, at least as far as dealing with women. See, that's the key for a man to get a woman. That's my thing. You know, a lot of times people talk about, different dating methods and stuff. And, you know, I'm known as a dating coach on here, even though I never really said that was what I was, right? And people got, it's been observed that many of people saying the same thing. But if you really if you really read what I talk about or listen to what I talk about consistently, I'm talking about sexual power. See, if a man has sexual power, he has the ability to not only get women in his life, but has some level of influence over them. See, you got two things among many things that men are having trouble with women. One is just simply getting a woman, right? Simply getting a woman. And then the second one is maintaining that woman, right? And you got guys who can get a woman, but they can't maintain her, right? And, well, they got to get her first to maintain her, right? But a key to doing that is sexual power because it gives you influence over a woman. See, a woman wants sex. They want sex. When they dressing in like spandex or, you know, leggings or like, they showing their breastises or, you know, showing, you know, low cut tops. When they, you know, fixing their hair a certain way, putting on makeup, wearing high heel shoes, all of that is a projection of power. Their sexual power because they know they can influence a man through that. That's their thing. It's the power of the pussy. All right? But a man has power too. See, a lot of guys, they fall to the power of the pussy because one, you know, indirectly, even when they say they don't, they put it on a pedestal. So when men say, well, I got to have all this money to get a woman, right? Or I got to buy this, I got to do all that. And they'll fight you when you say, no, you really don't. They'll fight you. That's how much it is. But that's because of their power. That woman got power. But a man got power too. For the simple fact, women want sex. Now, I know some guys don't believe that. Say, no, they just don't want sex with you. But they want sex. They just want it from certain men. Right? And, of course, there's argument of which men can get into that and which men they want. And, you know, the thing is, that can be an argument because a lot of men, when they have those arguments, they looking at the physical characteristics and stuff, right? But it comes down to what a woman considers sexually attractive. And the reality is women consider different things sexually attractive. you know? And they could even be turned on by, they can even have fetishes and stuff, you know? So, but for the man, understanding that a woman wants sex means you develop yourself, you develop your sexual power. Now, when I talk about body gaming, one of the primary things that turn on a woman is a man's body. Let me say that again, man's body. Now, I know you get some guys and they'll say, well, you know, it's the face and everything. Yeah, but it's the dick that goes inside of her. Your tongue can only go so far in it. And that's the case. If you got a long tongue, that's all you can have a busted face. But if you got that long tongue, the woman might be like, oh, wait a minute. We talking a physical thing like sex. Look, let's be real. Sex is a physical thing. Everybody try to say, oh, it's the brain, it's all that. Yeah, but you physically penetrating that woman, you physically moving and everything, picking her up, dominating, making her feel a certain way. So one of the first keys to sexual power is to develop your body. That's the first thing, to develop your body to the best extent. Find the women, and then pay attention to the women who are turned on by that body. And then when you actually engage in sex, regardless of your body build, you know, that has to turn her on. And then, you know, you can use that. You can use that. She's turned on by your body. Boom. That gives you a position in the negotiation. You know, you got something that she wants. Right? So that's a foundation, but then it's your mindset. Now look at it in terms of a negotiation. See, the thing is, many men mess up because they feel like they have to do all this stuff, like they giving a woman something, right? And you are, but remember, you don't have to. You could also make her do certain things to get what she wants to get from you. It's a negotiation thing. It's like, well, wait a minute. Like, you know, I'm very big on saying, the money thing of getting women, because I'm like, and I've told the women before, I say, wait a minute, I'm spending my money and you getting a dick and all I'm getting is pussy from you. Nah, that's not a fair exchange. You know, that's not a fair exchange. But that's what a lot of guys are doing, right? But they not realizing they giving a woman something. They looking at it as the woman's giving them something, right? Or they paying for something from the woman, but she getting a lot more. But if you realize that once a man say, well, wait a minute, that woman wants this dick. Wait a minute, hold up. She need to do something. She need to make a plate or something. Or she need to behave in a certain manner. And all you have to do through your actions and sometimes even your direct communication is like, oh, wait a minute, hold up, baby. Hold up, baby. I already see that you turned on by me, right? I already see your eyes and your body language and everything. But, you know, my stomach growling a bit. You know, you got to do something. And I'm going to tell you what, the guys who really get the women understand that. When I talk about Mr. Goodbar, he really don't chase women. They chase him. And they chase him for one simple reason. They are sexually aroused by him. See, when you understand the nature truly understand a woman's sexual nature and what truly arouses, not what people think arouse, but what truly arouses them, right? Then you have a power. You develop that power, and then you just nurture it and everything. See, one thing about Mr. Goodbar, he make the woman chase him. He makes the woman chase him. You know, he don't just hand it to her. He just does not hand her the D, right? Now, he might want it for her, but he don't hand it. And he'll give her the direct impression like, oh, wait, you got to do something. That's why women will make a plate for certain men. That's why they will dress a certain way. If a man they try and go for, just casually say, yeah, I really like women in a miniskirt, right? All of a sudden, he going to see the next few times they see her, she going to be wearing a miniskirt. But that's power right there. That's influence. And it's a very key thing for men to develop, especially in this, men want to learn how to get women, develop his sexual energy, develop his sex appeal. So I want y'all to think about that, all right? So that's all I have for today. I'll get back with you. Peace and blessings.